Hey everyone, it's Diana Eagle, and this is my video for who I think should come to our dinner party. Now, I chose Carl Rogers and David Ausubel, not just because they were the ones that I did for my Extending the Theory, and so I feel like I know them pretty well, but because I think it would be very interesting to have them both there at the same time. We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's start with Carl Rogers. So he, even though he comes to us from psychiatry, had very different views about education in that it should be student-centered and the content should be a problem solving that's based on the student's interest, something that will really engage their attention and be meaningful to them, versus a direct instruction approach where a teacher introduced subjects. His main thing is that teachers are facilitators more than teachers, and their role is to warmly accept, give unconditional regard and empathy to the students. And everything else, books, curriculum, subjects, all of that was just resources. Now, with David Ausubel, his main contributions to the field are subsumption, meaningful versus rote learning, and systematic forgetting, a system in which learning information is learned based on our existing cognitive structures. So learning that's meaningful can be subsumed or can be added to our abstract categories of thought that get larger and larger as they go, while systematic forgetting happens as we forget kind of the smaller details as our categories get bigger, and things that are not meaningful will get cut off because they don't fit into the categories of our cognitive structures. Now, the reason I think it would be really fun to have both of them there is because they have a core belief that is extremely similar, and it's that of meaningful learning. So they both really believed that learning has to be meaningful in order to achieve anything. But the interesting thing is that the way that they go about this could not be more different. With Ausubel, he was not opposed to direct instruction as long as the teacher used something like an organizer to put the new information in perspective with information that's already in the cognitive structure of the students. Where Rogers, his approach was completely student-centered, would not have stood for direct approach because the teacher was more of a facilitator, a person to be there giving guidance and love and encouragement to the student as the student wrestles with problems of their own choosing. So I think it would be extremely interesting to have them both there, and it might even there might be some fireworks. It's just because they both seem extremely passionate and they are opposite in their views. So hopefully you would end up all smiles at the end of the night. I know I would be definitely smiling and sitting on the edge of my seat listening to them debate. So thanks for watching, and vote for me.